Okay, so I have my Hawkeye shirt on. I don't know how well we can see it, but I have my Hawkeye shirt on because today I'm looking at Ranker.com's list of small details about Hawkeye that MCU fans have noticed. Now, admittedly, Hawkeye, is kind of the butt of the joke. He's the underestimated Avenger. And I figured, you know what? We need to give some love to Hawkeye because Hawkeye is amazing. We just, when you compare him to the likes of, Tony Stark and Captain America and Thor and Hulk and, you compare him to the likes of them, it's like, okay, well, he's a man with a bow and arrow. But Hawkeye deserves love. So we're going to look at these small details about Hawkeye that MCU fans have noticed. Let's go. Hawkeye couldn't watch his friend die. It's one thing to watch a friend die, but it's entirely different to watch very closely, as Redditor user Z4K noticed in Avengers Endgame. In Avengers Endgame, when Black Widow falls, Hawkeye briefly looks away, as due to his enhanced farsightedness, he didn't want to see her hit the ground. That's beautiful. Clint and Natasha, that's the friendship that I love, and this one hit the soul. Yeah, it is a weird moment. I have to go back and watch Avengers Endgame for that moment because I don't remember it, but that's mainly because I was focusing on Natasha falling to her death. But yeah, Hawkeye's son was named in honor of Pietro Maximoff. Yes, he was. Though he isn't family, Pietro Maximoff did save Hawkeye's life, and Redditor user EZG247 spotted this nice detail about Hawkeye's son. In Age of Ultron, Hawkeye's son is wearing a onesie, revealing his full name is Nathaniel Pietro Barton. The middle name, Pietro, is in honor of Quicksilver, whose real name is Pietro Maximoff. Yes, it is. Hawkeye's aim is perfect, each and every time. I mean, that's his whole shtick, isn't it? Everyone knows Hawkeye can hit whatever he's aiming at, and Redditor user the I think that's 2 dashes, Netherlands, spotted a reason why. Can't wait. In Avengers Age of Ultron, the archery target in Hawkeye's barn only has hits in the center. Yeah, I guess because he practices his archery and everything, and it only has hits in the center. Like, yeah, that's Hawkeye's bit. Like, more than Hawkeye's family disappeared following the snap. Really? Interesting. While the audience was focused only on Hawkeye and his family, Redditor user Slyman spotted this detail at the beginning of Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame, in the first couple of minutes when Hawkeye's family gets dusted, the sound crickets diminished by half. In the distance, you see the scattered remains of a flock of birds trying to get back into formation after presumably half of them have disappeared. Are you kidding me right now? I'm telling you, eagle-eyed fans make life so much easier for me because then I don't have to eagle-eye fan it. I just have to, go back and watch Avengers Endgame, not only for the Clint looking away when Natasha falls, but also like the sound of crickets diminishing by half and like the flock of birds trying to get back into formation. Are you kidding me right now? How many times did this person see Avengers Endgame? This is a question I have. How many times has this person seen Avengers Endgame that they picked up on that? Because When I saw Avengers Endgame, I was focusing on the fact that Clint's family disappeared. I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the crickets disappeared and the birds disappeared. Like, that's incredible. I think this Redditor user has Hawkeye's eyes. I'm just going to say it. Like, how did you figure that out? Hawkeye can fire a gun, but he's far more comfortable firing a bow. Yeah. Hawkeye is a capable warrior and is more than capable of firing a gun. But as Redditor user Rob_Ob noted, he'd prefer to use a bow. In the Avengers, when Hawkeye fires at Maria Hill, even though he's shooting a gun, he positions his body with his shoulder blades very far back, just as he would if he were firing a bow and arrow. Almost every other S.H.I.E.L.D. agent in the film uses the traditional cup and saucer method. That's interesting. I didn't pick up on that. I mean, I did pick up on the fact that Clint was using a gun and that naturally he'd be capable of using a gun, but, more comfortable with a bow and arrow. I can't say I blame him with that one. Black Widow and Hawkeye are incredibly close friends. Like, duh. Did we not cover this already? Like, I swear that's been the whole shtick. They're close friends. I bet they're about to tell me that they hooked up, aren't they? They're about to tell me that. No. But anyways, in the first Avengers movie, not the first Avengers, the first movie. Natasha mentioned how close she was to Hawkeye, but as Redditor user Hello to Horse noted, she's shown a small detail beyond that. It's the necklace. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Black Widow is seen wearing an arrow necklace, a nod toward her close partnership with Hawkeye. Yes, the arrow necklace. Yeah, no, I think this is just like common knowledge that they're close friends, and that's why Nebula kind of sent them to find the Soul Stone together, because, well, they're the closest of the Avengers, so yay. Hawkeye knows Thor's hammer very well. Okay. Redditor user GBColor492 spotted this little callback to Thor. Gay? In Age of Ultron, Hawkeye tells Thor before lifting his hammer, "I've seen this before," a callback to Thor where Hawkeye sees Thor struggling to lift his own hammer. Well, I'll be. Yeah, I guess. Jarvis. Not Edwin Jarvis. Jarvis the Machine. Listens to the Avengers and makes decisions for Tony's suit. It's a brief blink and you'll miss it moment, but Redditor user Interior Emotions spotted this little detail in the first Avengers movie. Again, Avengers, not the first Avenger. In Marvel's The Avengers, after Hawkeye says they can't bank worth a damn and fight a tight corner. After Hawkeye says they can't bank worth a damn, find a tight corner, Jarvis immediately plots a route around a corner on Tony's helmet display. Jarvis knows how to be a team player. You have to listen to your team. I guess. I mean, it makes sense, but yeah. Again, not really about Hawkeye, but we'll let it slide. Hawkeye's license plate has more meaning than most realized. I hope you're going to tell me what his license plate is, because I can't see that. Redditor user Pumped Up Bricks happened to see a connection in the comics in Avengers Endgame. Connection to the comics in Avengers Endgame. In Avengers Endgame, you can see Hawkeye's license plate when he travels to the past. The plate is 182TUI. The movie's running time is 182 minutes, And the comic, Avengers Volume 1, number 182, was released on April 10th, 1979, exactly 40 years to the day before Avengers Endgame's tickets went on sale. That's incredible. Pumped Up Bricks, very familiar with the movies and finding those small details, and also the comics. Good on you, Pumped Up Bricks, because I would not have picked that up at all. Hawkeye is the MCU's best archer. It's like there's only 2 archers, so okay. Redditor user SpideyFan20 pointed out that Hawkeye can hit anything, anywhere, at any time. In Marvel's The Avengers, Joss Whedon wanted to show Hawkeye being the best archer by not having him look towards the arrow. Yeah, I mean, if you have to spend your time, lining it up and looking, they're going to get away. So he has to be able to, fire at rapid pace type thing. Like, yeah. He's the MCU's best archer. Fair. Kate's up and coming, though, so there's that. Hawkeye's family was hinted at before it was revealed. As Redditor user AZACC31 noticed, Hawkeye's reaction shows how careful he is about keeping secrets. Probably knows more about us than we know about each other. Okay. In Avengers Age of Ultron, right after Black Widow said, probably knows more about us than we know about each other, the scene shows Hawkeye's reaction, hinting that the family Hawkeye has, that it's kept secret. Yeah, sure. I mean, definitely, it's just, yeah. Tony is always quick to pass a pun. Again, I feel like this isn't going to have much to do with Hawkeye, but okay. Redditor user robot_ankles happened to catch this nice little detail after watching Avengers Age of Ultron a few times. In Avengers Age of Ultron, when Tony enters Hawkeye's barn to fix a tractor, he casually says, "Hello, dear," while approaching the tractor. It's a John Deere tractor. Multiple watches, but this one just clicked for me. Yeah, again, not about Hawkeye at all. Except for the fact that it's Hawkeye's barn and presumably Hawkeye's tractor. Not much about Hawkeye, but okay. Hawkeye's kids are just like every other child in America. Yeah, probably. I mean, their father may be an Avenger, but Hawkeye's kids are just like every other kid in America, as pointed out by Redditor user The King of Potatoes. In Avengers Age of Ultron, Hawkeye's kids are reading the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. Okay. Hawkeye broke the fourth wall a bit in Civil War. Ooh, interesting. There's a small detail in Captain America Civil War that breaks the fourth wall in reference to RDJ, as noted by Redditor user Zazi13. I pronounced that wrong. I know it, but okay. Civil War. Hawkeye calls Stark the futurist. Robert Downey Jr. realized a jazz album called the same name. No, Robert Downey Jr. released a jazz album called the same name. Okay. I guess that was the breaking the fourth wall a little bit. Okay. A scene in Endgame involving Hawkeye mirrors one from Aliens. Now, I have not seen Aliens, so this should be interesting. Redditor user DeckMeIU spotted a nice nod to Aliens in Avengers Endgame. In Avengers Endgame, the scene of Hawkeye finding the Outriders was inspired by a similar scene in this really old movie, Aliens. Okay. Like I said, I haven't seen Aliens, so. And that is the details, small details about Hawkeye that MCU fans noticed. Now, granted, some of them were not about Hawkeye. But we let them pass. Yeah, let me know, what did you think about these details? Which of these details surprised you the most? Do you have any other small details about Hawkeye? And how much of a fan are you of Hawkeye? I'm really curious to hear all your Hawkeye thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you all liked it, and I will see you next time. Bye!